Hello everyone, my name is Benji and welcome back to Dyson Sphere program, where last time we went through kind of a basic plan of what we're going to be doing in this episode with all of my science. And in between episodes I have harvested 2 planets. I have 4 more to go? Yeah, 4 more planets to go because I haven't started on this one yet. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain in my butt. But I have also been a moron. I've been an absolute moron. Also, in between episodes, I designed a Dyson Sphere. Here's the Dyson Sphere. It's still doing that weird texture glitch on OBS. I still don't know how to fix that. But here it is. Here's all the information. It's a little smaller than the other one. I might have to beef it up a little bit. I have an idea for how to do that, if I have to do that. But now, into what makes me an idiot. Research. Specifically, upgrades. I stopped doing any white science research because my homeworld was, just being absolutely drained of all of its resources, and I was like, I don't want to waste it on any science. And I haven't done any vein utilization yet as a result of that as well, because I was like, minus 6% ore consumption, it's like nothing. It's mostly mining speed. Mining speed's the big thing. It's not like this is gonna increase the amount of ore that I have in my world or anything like that. But I was scrolling through the Dyson Sphere program Reddit, because that's what I do now. I scroll through the Reddits of different factory games, because I'm an absolute nerd. And also there's some cool Dyson Sphere, design inspiration that I can find on there, so I like it. But I realized while I was looking at somebody's post about vein utilization that it literally increases the amount of ore that you can get from something, specifically just by reducing the amount of ore consumption. So essentially what this will do is it will increase the number of ore that I get from a single vein by reducing the percentage chance of me consuming one of those ores. So right now, I'll go back to this menu. You'll see that my ore consumption is at 73.39%. That means that for 61, that sounds right. Yeah, 26.61% of the time, when it tries to consume one ore, it will not consume any ore, and instead will give me a free ore. Which, it's amazing, because of the fact that it also works on gas giants, oil, liquid harvest speed, what else? Gas giants, ice giants, oil, liquid harvest speed, and these ultra rare resources like the fractal silica, the optical grading crystal, and more specifically for my project's purposes, organic crystals. So instead of only getting like 3 million out of this, I'm gonna get a whole bunch more than that. I'm gonna get like 5 million out of this. I don't know why I was so stupid, and I decided to not do this for so long, but I feel like an absolute moron. Also, update on Assad Australis. Yeah, we're suffering for resources, so I expanded out to this system and established just an itty-bitty teeny tiny thing producing processors, and hopefully that's, doing a little bit of something to help out the home planet. But I need to make sure that the science does not stop flowing here. And I do have enough science stockpiled that it's not like it's gonna run out of science within the first couple of bits of research, but I'm just gonna queue up as many of these as my queue will hold, and it's just gonna increase exponentially, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's gonna be the thing that I prioritize for basically the rest of the game until I start focusing on a couple of other things like logic carrier engines, carrier capacity, integrated logistics, stuff like that. Maybe ray receiving efficiency or ray transmission efficiency, maybe. And then probably drive engine just to get me warping ever so little bit faster. So I'm gonna get back to harvesting the entirety of this star system, because if I don't harvest the entire star system, then I'm not gonna be able to actually start this project. And I did go through, I don't have internet right now. Yeah, I'm still having my internet problem as of recording this on 9/21, so sorry. I'm not happy about it either, though, don't worry. What was I talking about? I was gonna pull up the sheets, but I did a whole bunch of calculations, whole bunch of things, whole bunch of good stuff has been done in between episodes. I just need to finish harvesting the system, and then we can start placing down all of our smelting rigs, which will probably be all of today's episode, and then placing down all of the intermediate processing and other stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, Benji, future Benji, is going to get back to you guys, and current Benji is going to get to work, sadly. Alright, dumbassery on my end aside, couple of things in the background fixed, and the final planet being fully and entirely harvested. Final planet, I mean in the system, Altinin 6 here. Now everything is harvested, which means we can get into the project. But first, one of my favorite things that I have found as I harvest these planets, because it's a decent amount. Like, look at all of the advanced miners. Like, each planet probably takes me 20 minutes-ish to harvest. I think over the past, like, 2 days, I've done the last 6 worlds of this. And this has been chugging along. I've had to fix a couple of things in the home system so that it doesn't buffer like this as often. But at this point, we're getting deep enough into the project that it's almost at a point where it'll be fine no matter what. But this is my favorite part, is putting all of our drones in. Because I can just open it and hit tab. I'm out of drones. No! No, I'm out of 200 drones short. Oh well, this is my favorite part. This right here is my favorite part. Watching all the drones just go everywhere and just grab all the resources, bring it back to the station. Like, it's busy. It's amazing to watch, in my opinion. It just is. It's amazing to watch. One of my favorite things to watch. Not a doubt in my mind. Sadly, though, I am out of drones. Good news is we don't really need a ton of these guys, so I'm just gonna, like, take back these drones once they get here and just split them up evenly. But now we can move on to the rest of what we have to do for this project, which specifically right now is we need, there we go, to do smelting. That's going to be the rest of this episode, is smelting. Yeah, that's really all I can say regarding this, is we're going to be smelting for the entire rest of the episode. So I'm going to get back to our hub world, which is our titanium, silica, and other. Essentially, this is going to be titanium, this is going to be silica, this is going to be graphene, this is going to be carbon nanotube, and this is going to be not glass, but fractal silica, so silica crystals, and diamonds, so kimberlite. Also, yeah, that's a thing that happens in this system. I will warp and then decrease to 1,000 meter per second sail speed, and then it'll just cancel me. It'll cancel my momentum, because the gravity of the star is so massive. Also, update on this. Little more than halfway done, and probably about a quarter-ish by the look of things on the cells. And update over here, the sphere is almost complete. Almost completely complete, which is fantastic. 100% satisfaction, which is exactly what I want to see. Just a couple more gaps that are being filled in slowly over time. So let me get some resources and get a couple more things going here. Plan out an area, which I think is mostly going to be this like main strip here and this main strip here on either side of things. I might get rid of the stars as well now that we actually have a sphere going. And I'll start placing everything momentarily. Alright, we are ready to go. So, I've run the numbers, and we need 3 titanium smelting setups. So, titanium smelting setup number 1, placed. Number 2, placed. And number 3. This is why we blueprint things. Foundation support. I meant to do that off camera, and I obviously forgot. Yeah, I meant to come over here and cover that up off camera, and obviously I forgot. Number 3. Placed. My FPS is taking a shit. My computer is fucking struggling right now, and I don't really blame it, to be completely honest. This is a lot. It's a lot to process. Now, silica. I'm gonna need foundation support, first of all. I can see that issue coming into play right now, so we're gonna fix that. Silica smelting. We need a whopping 8 setups. So, number 1. Number 2. Now that it's in line, all I have to do is line up the blueprints. Number 3. Number 4. And we are already out of inserters, which means I have to come over here and grab more inserters and more belts, because I'm running out of those too. Shocker. Looks like I am also running out of these furnaces. So, smelters, rather, I guess they're called in this game. So, there we go. Bingo. Put ourselves a bunch of these guys. Make sure transport range on this is down to 2 light years. So, I'm going to have to change that for everything. 2 light years and 16 AU. Yep, there we go. So that is something to be wary of when you're blueprinting like this, is you're definitely going to want to double check that you have your logic station, I don't know why I said it like that, your logic station circuits correct. And then local demand, remote demand, both are perfect. Let's go on ahead and go out and see. Look at all of the logic vessels that are coming. It actually doesn't look like that much, in all honesty. Boom. Down to 2 light years, 16 AU. And at this point, we're literally just building blueprints. And that's literally all that it is. Next up is going to be another set just like this. So after these guys, more than likely. Unless... I don't think I can do another one up top. I can do 1 here, 2 here, and maybe 1 here. That could work. And then I could just move this a little bit. So I think I probably will do that. Which means I can grab my silica blueprint. And I can run that over here, just like that. This is the glory as well, by the way, of carrying proliferated antimatter fuel in your inventory and having... How many drones do I have? 21 construction drones. This kind of stuff goes by decently fast. Like, we've placed thousands of objects in only a couple of minutes. But I'm gonna finish up with this, and then I already have a design in mind for our kimberlite setup and our fractal silica setup. I'm essentially going to do exactly this, except I'm going to do, I have it written in a sheet here, I'm going to do 128 diamonds and 128 crystal silica per second. That's going to be the rate of the blueprints. It's going to be 4 rows of smelter Mark IIs, so it's going to be 48 total smelters, and each row is going to have 12 smelters total. So I'm going to design that off camera as well, because you've seen the design work happen before. Gone ahead and put this to 2 light years and 16 AU, by the way. Local supply, remote demand. Or local supply, remote supply. This one needs to be remote demand. And 2, 16. Make sure it has drones. And this one as well, remote demand. Make sure it has drones. 2 and 16. And we can see just the sheer amount of the logic vessels that are traveling back and forth right now. That's gonna get so much worse when we do iron and copper, because we need 6 iron setups, 600 iron per second, and 5 copper setups. In addition to the fact, where's the rest of my stuff? In addition to the fact that we're also going to have, you know, carbon nanotubes, so all of that good stuff is going to have to happen. Spiniform stalagmite crystals. And what's the other thing? There's another thing. Graphene, so fire ice, which there is fire ice in the system, thank goodness. Not enough, but there is fire ice in the system. So yeah, there we go. Last one complete. That took maybe 5 minutes to place everything that you see right here, and it's already working, which is just phenomenal. But as you can also see, our power grid has taken a shit yet again, and that, it seems like, is because we just don't have... No, we just don't have enough ray receivers by the look of things. So we are gonna be relying a little bit more on the artificial stars, which is something that I anticipated for projects of this magnitude, which is why we spent the entirety of the last, like, who knows how many episodes designing a antimatter fuel production facility. Because boom, just like that, we are above our consumption. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go do what I've said I was gonna do, and I will be back momentarily. And moving on from that, we have our iron and copper. Just want to go on ahead and show we do have the late game silica crystal and a refurbished diamonds Mark II setup, both here. I made a little bit of a blunder, and it looks like the silica crystals is actually made in an assembly machine Mark III rather than a smelter, which I don't really understand that design choice, but it's not my game. So we need 6 iron smelting setups. So we're gonna go on ahead and plop these down. I should have all of the materials in my inventory. The only thing I'm worried about running out of is belts. I calculated everything else, and I have enough of everything else. Yep, that was a problem that I figured was gonna happen. These also apparently need to be up at 18 AU, not 14 or 16, because the largest orbital radius in here is 14.2 AU, which means from this orbital radius to our most distant smelting planet, whose radius is 4.6. So 14.2 plus 4.6, if they're on opposite sides of their orbits from one another, is Well, 14 plus 4 is 18, and then that 0.2 plus 0.6 basically makes it 19. Granted, there are other planets to get stuff from, so I'm only keeping it at 18 instead of maxing it up at 20. That is something to keep in mind if you are to try this sort of project for yourself. Did I do that right? I did do that. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. So... oh, did I place that wrong? I did. Oh, I placed it wrong. No, stop, 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 stop. Stop. No, bad. I hate it when I place something off by 1 pixel. Because, like, it looks fine until you look at it a little closer, and then all of a sudden it's not fine at all. It's a problem and a half. Okay, so that is our 2. This will be our 4. And then FPS is suffering, but yet again, that makes perfect sense. And our 6. And I'm just gonna go on ahead and build a lot of this now. May as well. FPS taking an absolute shit. Wrong. That was not even the right thing. This is what we want. And we want to make sure that it goes where we want it to. We're gonna have to set the conditions for this to make sure that they're accurate. Remote demand. Bonk it the whole way down. Put it to 18. Everything else there is good, so this is now good. We need 5 of these. Pretty sure I can just do... yeah, there we go. And very good. I want to make sure everything is properly in line with one another. There we go. And there's that. Yep, I ran out of belts. Who would have guessed? Now I'm just gonna want 1 more, because I only need 5. Technically, I only need 420, and each of these gives me 100 per second, but I may as well just go on ahead and round it up to 5. And then the last little piece here... where is it? Glass. And I already ran the numbers for this. We need 2 of these. So there's number 1. Where can I put number 2? Not somewhere that's gonna cause issues. Too close to another power facility. Too close to another logic station. I can do this. That'll be fine. It's just obviously an issue of everything else. Stone, 1 light year, put it up to 18, and then that's fine. Why did you break? I don't know why that broke. Too close to another logic station. It didn't tell me that. It didn't tell me that when I placed it. Ugh. The burden of mega projects. I also just accidentally snipped a power pole, which is fine. It's not too hard to place those again. There we go. Get our glass back out. Too close to another power facility. Shift place. There! Yay! Now it's gonna work. Now it's gonna work, and it does get its proper power. Very good. Very, very good. Wonderful. And then, not remote demand, remote supply. Remote supply. Perfection. So I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna go back to the hub world and grab ourselves more belts. And then I will come back, actually, then I will show you it all finished. And then we are going to end, because we are pretty much at our half-hour limit. So I will be back momentarily. And there we have it. All of our smelting for this entire science-based project is finished. 8 iron setups, 5 copper setups, 2 glass setups, 3 titanium setups, 1 kimberlite diamond, 1 fractal silica, silica crystal, and 8 silica smelting setups. All complete, and all using the full resources of this entire system. All 300 million, 500 million, 173 million, 300 million, 400 million, everything being utilized to its fullest potential right here on these 2 planets. Next time, we are going to get into some of the new designs. I'm going to be designing a new system for graphene, a new system for carbon nanotubes. I have already taken the liberty of harvesting some more spiniform stalagmite crystal on other water worlds. Specifically, I'll go on ahead and find the system here. Ursa minoris has 35 million spiniform stalagmite crystals. Almost the entire planet is currently being utilized. And not Canis Majoris, this one. It only has 15 million left. It used to have like 30-something million. I tapped a couple of more nodes on this planet, and they are being utilized, so that is good. We're primarily going to be pulling from Ursa minoris for Altinin because of the proximity. It's only 25 light years. So we're going to have that to look forward to. I am going to be proliferating it because of the fact that it's a 3-to-1 ratio on the crafting recipe now, and I did notice that the Wikipedia page is not updated. It is still a 1-to-1 on the Wikipedia, so beware of that. But I'll be making a new blueprint for that, a new blueprint for the fire ice, and that byproduct hydrogen we're going to end up using primarily for the Casimir crystals, as well as the optical grading crystals for the Casimir crystals. So stay tuned for that as well. And then next time as well, those probably won't take too long for us to do. So we will then be moving over to the intermediate planet, and we will be doing gears, magnetic coils, circuit boards, microcrystalline components, and processors, as well as everything that we need for electromagnetic turbines, so like motors, electromagnetic turbines, that kind of stuff. More than likely particle containers as well, and that'll probably be it for next episode. So that is going to be all for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, but without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, don't forget there are blueprints linked in the description below. They are free. No need to do anything for those. You just go check them out. They are editor only, the blueprints and the sheets, for obvious reasons. At least I hope they're obvious. But they are free for you to enjoy. So enjoy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.